Hello students, due to busy schedule of higher education, I was not available properly on the course. So today we are going to start a new chapter of class 9th physics, work and energy. So first of all, we will discuss about few primary aspects of work in daily life and scientific concept of work. So let us understand the work in daily life. Suppose if any student is preparing for examination, he spends a lot of time in studies, reading books, draw diagrams, organizes her thoughts, collect question papers, attended classes, discuss the problems and done each and everything which he or she can do for his or her examination. So he have done a lot of work in the daily life sense. He utilizes a lot of energy, but the scientific concept of work didn't satisfy this example. Definitely someone working hard for preparing the examination, but it is not the scientific concept of work. Suppose if somebody stand still for a few minutes with a heavy load and get tired, definitely he utilizes some energy, but he didn't done any work in the scientific concept. So work is only when we apply force on any body and we displace the body with a short or long distance. Then we can say the work was done by the body or on the body. So there must be the involvement of displacement. So the scientific definition of work is given by work is defined if force is applied on object displaces the object in the direction of force. So the scientific definition is quite different from daily life examples of work. So there must be displacement. If there is no displacement, there is no work. So here are two possibilities. The first possibility is the direction of force applied on any body. Suppose we are taking an example of a book placed over the surface of table. Suppose we are applying a force and displacing this book from this position to this position. So this may be an example of work because there is some displacement occurs during this criteria. So this is the example of when direction of force and direction of displacement are same. This means the direction of force and direction of displacement are same. In this case, the work done is given by W equal to F multiplied by S, or in our case F into D. The unit of work is joule. SI unit is joule. and 1 joule equal to 1 Newton, the unit of force, into displacement, unit of displacement, that is 1 meter. So 1 Newton into 1 meter. Now we can take another case when direction of force and direction of displacement are not same. That means direction of force and direction of displacement are in opposite direction. Suppose we are applying force from here and we are getting the displacement in opposite direction. So here the force and displacement both are in the opposite direction. So in this case, when the direction of force and direction of displacement are opposite, this will be W equal to minus F into D. So if one quantity is positive, then another quantity will be negative, considered to be negative due to the sense of direction. The unit will be remains same in this case also. So the unit will be joule in this case too. Suppose we are taking another example in which the direction of force and direction of displacement are at an angle theta. Suppose we are taking an example of boy is pressing a trolley. So applying the force from this direction and getting the displacement in this direction. So there will be an angle between force and displacement. If we are getting an angle between force and displacement, that is theta, then our case is when direction of force and direction of displacement are at an angle theta. Then in this case the work done will be given by W equal to F into D into cos theta. The unit will remain same, joule. So the SI unit of work is joule. Now the work done by a body in any case doesn't depend on time taken in the displacement of point of action. So work done doesn't depend on time taken. So in the scientific aspects, the work only depend on the displacement. There must be displacement for the work done. So displacement is the major issue for work done scientifically. However, daily life examples do not satisfy the scientific concept of work, or may satisfy the scientific concept of work. The major case is there must be a displacement by the effect of force. Next concept that we have to understand is the concept of energy. In our daily life, we must need energy to perform our daily life work. Sun is the biggest natural source of energy to us. Sun actually provides the energy in form of heat. So heat and light both. So they are the form of energy. There are tidal energy in the interior of earth and tides. So there are so many forms of energy are available in our environment. So how to define energy scientifically is the major issue. The major issue is how to define energy scientifically. So energy is defined as the capacity of a body to do work. To do work. So the energy of a body is defined as the capacity of a body to do work. To do work. So this capacity is defined as energy in terms of science. SI unit of energy is same as that of work. That is SI unit is joule. SI unit of energy is joule. Probably industrial unit is kilojoule. So 1 kilojoule equal to 1000 joule or 10 to the power 3 joule. So there are various forms of energy are found in nature. Various forms of energy are found in nature. So we would like to discuss the forms of energy. In our environment, the energy is available in many forms, including potential energy, kinetic energy, heat energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, light energy, etc. So there are various forms of energy are available in the nature. So mainly we have to study kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy and potential energy. Other forms of energy are, so the various forms include potential energy, kinetic energy, heat energy, light energy, chemical energy. So many other forms are available. So these are the various forms of energy that we usually found in nature. So first of all, we have to study kinetic and potential energy majorly in your course. So the kinetic energy, how to define the kinetic energy? Kinetic means object in the state of motion. Object in the state of motion. So the energy due to the object in the state of motion is called as kinetic energy. Actually, this word kinetic comes from kinematics. Kinematics, which is studying the motion under physics. So this is nothing but the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its state of motion. State of motion. So for a body having kinetic energy, the body must be in motion. Suppose, let us take an example of moving ball. Moving ball. So, if a ball is moving, it has some kind of kinetic energy. Some form of kinetic energy is available. Take another example. Solar system. Our solar system. The planets are bounded in solar system due to their movement. Planets are regularly moving under solar system. So, in solar system, planets are moving due to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. In our daily life example, we are going through various problems which are related with kinetic energy. Suppose a car is moving due to its kinetic energy, bike is moving due to its kinetic energy. We are also moving sometime due to our kinetic energy. So, kinetic energy is due to the motion, and the motion produces the kinetic energy. So, kinetic energy is usually given by small k, that is equal to half mv square, where m is the mass of object and v is the velocity of moving object. So k equal to half mv square is the formula to calculate the kinetic energy. So where k is kinetic energy, sometimes denoted by ke, kinetic energy. V is velocity of body, and m is mass of body, which we are considering for the motion. Now we will discuss about the second form of energy, that is potential energy. Second kind of energy, potential energy, is due to the specific position or static position or rest of the body. So when the body is in the condition of rest or is in the condition of static position, it has some energy is available, which is called as potential energy. Which is called as potential energy. So potential energy is the energy due to the static position of a body. If the body has some specific position, body is in rest or having some static position, it has some form of potential energy is available. Suppose, let us take an example. If we are taking a rubber band and we are just holding it at one end and pull from the other, the band stretches. The band stretches. So, and if we leave the band will regain its original length. So why it happened? Why band regains its original length? Because of its energy, and that energy is potential energy. So energy of elastic rubber band. Energy of elastic rubber band is an example of potential energy. Suppose we are taking another example of a slinky. Slinky is a spring-like structure. This is a slinky. We are just stretching this slinky at this end, Suppose it's changing its position by d displacement. Again we are leaving this slinky. It regains its original form. It regains its original form. So the motion of slinky is also defined by the potential energy. So the motion of slinky. So the body having some form of energy available due to its static position. Due to its static position, it's having some potential energy too. In the next lecture, we will discuss about few other forms of potential energy, and like gravitational potential energy, elastic potential energy, and some other aspects of work also. Thank you.